नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवी सरस्वती व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। कष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतीम् उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टकी। Vrindraj Shrimad Bhagavatam ki jai. We are reading Shrimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, 5th chapter, titled as Vidurji's Talk with Maitreya Rishi, text number 8. Shloka is on your screen, you can repeat after me. Ye is tattva bheder adhiloka natho lokan alokan saha lokapalan achiklapad yatra hi sarvasatva nikaya bhedo adhikritah pratitah. I'll recite the whole shloka for benefit of all of us. यैस्तत्त्वभेदेरधिलोकनाथो लोकान् लोकान् सह लोकपालन् अचित्क्लुप्यत्र हि सर्वसत्त्व निकायभेदो अधिकृतः प्रतीतः. Translation. The Supreme King of all the kings has created different planets and places of habitation where living entities are situated in terms of modes of nature and work, and he has created the different kings and rulers. So here Vidurji is expressing his desire to Maitreya Rishi, and he requests him that please tell me about the creation of this universe. This entire universe is being ruled by Lord Shri Krishna. He is the supreme king of all the kings. And Lord Krishna has created different planetary systems. And in each planetary system there are different living entities. Like in the earthly planet we have humans and animals and insects and birds and reptiles. While in the higher planetary system there are different types of living entities. Like Devi Devatas are there in the Swargaloka. While in Patal Loka there are different living entities. So every living entity is different. And they are there because of their nature, modes of nature, and their karma. Like those who are on the higher planetary system, Devi Devatas, they are in the mode of goodness. And they have done some pious activities, so that's why they are in the heavenly planets. While there are some other living entities who have done probably not so good karma, so they are in the lower planetary system and they are in the mode of tamoguna, like asuri bhava. So in this way, there are different living entities in different planetary systems, and Krishna has created again assistants to him to rule all these different planetary systems. In purport, Srila Prabhupada explains, Lord Krishna is the chief king of all the kings, and he has created different planets for all kinds of living entities. So Krishna is very kind. He looks after every living entity. And whosoever desires, he gives them. Like if you have a desire to eat meat, Krishna is very kind and he will give you a body of a lion or a tiger, and then you can eat meat. If you have a desire to keep on sleeping, then Krishna will give you a body of a bear, and then you'll go for sleep for 6 months. Some people have a desire to, nowadays people don't wear clothes and so they want to show their body parts. So Krishna said, okay, if you want to show your body parts, I will give you birth as a tree. And then you can show all your body parts all the time. So in this way, Krishna is very kind and he looks after everyone according to their desires. Even on this planet, there are different places for inhabitation by different types of man. There are places like deserts, icelands, and valleys in the mountains and countries. And each of them, there are different kinds of man born of different kinds of nature according to their past deeds. So people are born according to their past karmas. So those who have done, like say, some child at this second, like age 22 on 22nd of March, at this particular second, there might be millions of children born, millions of children. So, okay. And then some are born in a very wealthy family, some are born in a poor family at the same second. And some living entities are born to animals, some born to insects. At any given time, millions of living entities also die. हाँ, लोग मरते भी हैं, एक ही सेकंड में लाखों करोड़ लोग मर जाते हैं और वही सेकंड में लाखों करोड़ लोग जीवन भी बनता है ऐसा simultaneous is happening, and that is according to the modes of nature and their karmas in the past states. There are people in the Arabian deserts and in the valleys of Himalayan mountain, and the inhabitants of these two places differ from one another, just as the inhabitants of Iceland also differ from them. If you go to Greenland, Iceland, Greenland, it's Iceland. Nunavut, so people there are different actually. They have different diet, they have different requirements. In Canada also, if you go, even in around Thunder Bay, there are some reserve areas, reserve islands for First Nation. And if you go there, it will look different part of the world because they do not have some of the things which we think as a we take it for granted, like electricity. There are so many places around in Canada where they don't have electricity. Do you know that? Even in the smaller areas, they do not have all the facilities what we can think here. So people are born in different places and they have different requirements and their life is different. Similarly, there are different planets. The planets below the earth down to the Patal planet are full of various kinds of living entities. No planet is vacant as wrongly imagined by modern so-called scientists. Some people think that there is no living entity on the Mars or Neptune or on the Sun, but it's not so. Every planet is full of living entities. Only thing is that their nature is different. Like the living entities on the Sun will have a different body which will not get burnt with the fire of the sun. Like that. In Bhagavad Gita, we find it is said by Lord that living entities are sarvagataha, present in every sphere of life. So living entities are there in everywhere. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that aham sarvasya prabhavo matha sarvam pravartate. I am everywhere and everything lies in me. Aham bija padam pita. So Lord Krishna is the seed-giving father of all the living entities, and the living entities are present everywhere because Krishna is everywhere. So there is no doubt that on the other planets also there are inhabitants like us, sometimes with a greater intelligence and with greater opulence. There is this movie, Avatar movie. Have you seen this movie, Avatar? It's American Hollywood movie. There they have shown the people from the different planets, how they look different. That's possible actually. Nobody has gone to other planets, but there are definitely living entities on other planets. There are planets where no sunlight reaches, and there are living entities who must live there due to their past states. All such plans for living and conditions are made by Supreme Lord. And Vidurji requested Maitreya Rishi to describe this for the sake of further enlightenment. So everything is created by Krishna because Krishna is the supreme king of all the kings. He is the creator, he is the maintainer, he is the sustainer, he is everything. And all of us are part and parcel of Krishna. And we have particular type of body, particular type of planetary system, particular type of structure because of our karmas in the past life. So he wants to know more about all the planet systems, every creation. Vidurji is very inquisitive. Scientists have their own conceptions, but Shrimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita has a detailed knowledge which is confirmed by science to be true. So we'll pause here and we'll continue our study of Shrimad Bhagavatam next time when we meet.